saying I'm going to cook some vegetarian meals. This is the vegetarian meal of a spinach linguine and some lentils. Now, very important with making a vegetarian pasta dish, a lot of people do tend to just put a sauce in, maybe a few vegetables, or probably not even. Not much nutritional value in that at all, but with your lentils, as I said, you're going to get your protein and your irons. Okay, so I've got the pasta, the lentils. I've also got just some pasta sauce. Any old pasta sauce will do, whatever you prefer, whatever you like. I'm going to use a capsicum in with the pasta sauce to give it some flavour, and also some mushrooms to boil in with the sauce. Also, for later on, we're going to use some cheese to grate it, and we're going to top up the cheese on top of the pasta for some additional flavour. Now, the first thing to start off to prepare your meal, we're going to have to walk over to the stove, and we're going to use our pasta and our lentils. Okay. Now we're just going to use 2 saucepans. We're going to keep this simple, so it's a simple meal. We're going to use these 2 saucepans. We're just going to keep it simple, so it's a simple meal. So you can come home after your long, hard day at work, and you can still get that beautiful, wonderful meal in there and not have too much of a hassle. So we'll first fill these 2 up with some water. Okay. Now, the next thing we need to do is you just want to concentrate on cooking our pasta and our lentils first, because they're the ones that are going to take longer. With the linguine, I'm just grabbing it like this. I'm going to a bunch about that much. Look, I'm not really into worrying about how many grams or how many sticks. Just, you know, improvise. I'm going to cut it up maybe into 2 bunches like that. I'm going to come over to this saucepan, and I'm just going to, just so I can break it in half. Make the portions nice and small like as so. And once again, and we'll come over here and we'll have a look. We've just got the pasta in the water. Pretty simple. We turn it on over here and we just let it go off and boil. What do I do? I've got to load up with this, do I? Or... Here we go. And away we go. The gas is on. Pretty simple, easy. We'll let that boil up. Now the lentils, yeah, once again, I'm not going to worry too much about how many grams. Okay, so say 1, 2, 3 kind of spoonfuls, maybe say 2.5. Looks like about enough. And once again, we'll put that on for the boil, like so. Okay, we'll leave them there. Leave them alone. Okay, so back over here, we're going to prepare just some capsicum and some mushrooms to boil in with the lentils for the sauce to give it some good flavour. And we're going to use this knife again. Wherever it works. So.
Press the end of it.
Ah, here we go.
Got it.
Yeah, we got it. We got it going. I'm just going to chop up some capsicum. No big deal which way you go about this. It can be like this. Use the whole one. Now with the capsicum, you can use any colour and any flavours that you like, that you want. I have tried the orange and the yellow. They do have a little bit of a different and distinct in flavour. And the red is usually good and probably the best for this meal. It's just got a richer, thicker taste, and it does go well with the bolognese sauce usually. But look, if you've only got green, you've got yellow, orange, whatever you got, it'll all do. Now, as I was saying, we just want to get home from work. We just want to cook a beautiful meal. There's no rules about how we're chopping these capsicums up. Maybe just, you can chop them up that way, or you can chop them up nice and thin this way. Little pieces of capsicum are always the best, because it is you don't want to overdo it with the, you know, you don't want 2 big chunky pieces. You want to have it, you know, not too smooth, but just nice and small enough to enjoy in the bolognese sauce with the lentils. This is going to give you a lot of body into it and make your vegetable pasta a lot lively. Now once again, you know, you've got a beautiful combination of colours of the green and the brown, the whites and the red, like a camouflage again, like the...
like the bush.
Yeah, like the bush and like the zucchini that we did before. And here we go. I've got some zucchinis chopped up. That's pretty much not too bad, I would say. And that's quite a lot of it. Also, while we're here, we're going to do the mushrooms as well. And just like so. Nothing amazing. Mushrooms do, as you wouldn't really think, but they do put a kind of a distinct flavour in there. They are, I mean, we are bland type of flavours, but all mixed in together, absolutely marvellous, especially with the lentils. Now the lentils are a bland flavour themselves, so you want to be able to, you know, help each other out with these foods. So look, the lentils are starting to go, you know, water's needing to warm up. We'll just pour these capsicums and mushrooms in there, just to boil. One thing you can always do for extra, if you want to go to an extra effort, if you feel like you want to have a bit more combination of different types of vegetables and you know, getting into your diet, you can always put on another pot and just steam some vegetables. Just chop up any different colour vegetables you like. Let that go. As you can see, that's got a lot of body in there. And that is, you do have to be a bit patient with this. I mean, it is going to take like a good 10, maybe 20 minutes to boil, but it will be worth the wait. And pretty much you're just waiting, so you're not like slaving over the whole stove all night. And the pasta, once again, you know, just give it some time, and they're on their way. Okay, only a few more things to do. We've just got some bolognese sauce. As I said, any bolognese sauce you like. Now, you can just have that ready for later. You just pour it on top of your lentils, which I'll show when they're ready. I will prepare some cheese on top of the pasta for later. Now, this just gives it a bit extra flavour. And obviously, if you want to keep this vegan, don't use the cheese or use some soy cheese. Now, where's the cheese? Here's the cheese. Have to say that, don't we? But anyway, we give that a good grate along there. Now, once again, you can use as much cheese as you like, depending how much flavour you want or how much you really, really enjoy your cheese. But I would say probably about that much should do it. A little handful, just to put on a bit of the top. Okay, so now we've got our cheese ready. We can have that ready for later. And now all we need to do is just sit and wait for the pasta and the lentils to boil. And when that's ready, we'll put the sauce on. Okay, now say about 7 minutes later or so, these lentils are pretty much ready to go. They're kind of soft. You can taste one, and as long as you can bite through it, with it not being too hard. Now we're just going to drain these lentils and capsicums and mushrooms. Now look, a good point that people do say, obviously boiling vegetables is going to take out the nutrients. That's why I have mentioned, if you like, you can steam some vegetables on the side if you want to go to that extra trouble. So you've got some vegetables that not too much goodness is taken out. But I've just used these capsicums and mushrooms just to add a little bit of flavour. Okay, we're going to come over to the sink and we're going to drain these lentils. Alright, with a little strainer here. All we do is put them in there, like so. Let that strain a bit. It's not to be too perfect. Pour it back into the bowl. Now it's still very warm. And look, those lentils going everywhere. They go crazy. Oh, they're loving it. Lentils can fall all over the place, all down your sink, so be careful with that. Here we go. Now, I can come back to the stove just because it's nice and warm. leave it on the stove. Now that's fairly hot. Over here I've got my bolognese sauce that I'm just going to pour into the lentils, just on top, like so. And with your sauces, you can always get ones that have got flavours with basil or roasted eggplant, cheese, garlic, onion. Yeah, we'll just mix that through, just so it all becomes a whole chunky sauce. So this is like, if you have been a meat eater and you did like your spaghetti bolognese, but you know, you stopped eating meat, whether you couldn't digest it properly, or you know, you had the feelings for the animals, or you just decided to have a change for whatever reason, but you still kind of like this meal, this is a good way to replace it, because you're still getting all that iron and protein from the lentils there. You still get like a thick bolognese sauce. See all that? See all those colours there? Green and white, brown, red. Wonderful. So it looks marvellous. Looks very smashing. So now I'm just mixing that through. That'll make the sauce actually hot from the lentils and from the actual pot being hot. So very easy to do. Now I reckon over here, this pasta is probably nearly ready. Yeah, look at that. That pasta's been boiling there for about 10 minutes. Now we're just going to strain that, so we'll turn that off. Yeah, once again over to the sink with the strainer. Pretty easy to strain them off. This one will probably want to strain a bit more detail, you know. Nothing bad than wet pasta. Let it just give it a bit of a back and forth. We'll leave it in there on the pot. Back over here. Now we want to go and serve it. I've got a pasta little thing to use to get my pasta out. Just on the plate, like so. As much as you want. I think that'll do for me. And over here to the sauce on top. Beautiful. I mean, how easy and simple is that? Nicest meal. Once again, you can make it for your mates, your housemates, like if your parents are coming over, or your girlfriend. They'll love you for it. They'll just think that you've gone to a lot of effort, but you haven't at all. And it's still fairly healthy for you. And now, just to top it up, we're going to put some cheese that we grated earlier. And there you have it. Nice, beautiful vegetarian pasta linguine, spinach with your bolognese sauce using your lentils, and bon appetit, and away we go. Really good.